speed. I am speed. I'm like hearing it come through. What's up? Friday night. We have to do the audio checks. I had to set everything back up to be back live tonight. But it's so good to be back.
It is good to be
So good to be back in the studio at home. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. What is going on? I guess set some things up. So I won't be looking at the camera for a minute, but you know how this goes. We're going to get something in our glass here in a second. But
it's been a while for me.
So we went live, what, 3 weeks ago?
No, you did. I didn't.
Well, we were at yeah, you're right. So it's been like, but in the last month's been crazy. We appreciate you guys hanging in there.
Yeah.
If you're watching this back, you know, you may not get this point or whatever, but honestly, it's been crazy ever since Whiskey Weekend. Honestly, when you think about it,
yeah,
6-7 weeks ago, just wild.
I think we went live on the 12th or something like that.
Yeah.
Right afterwards, you still were had a little frog in your throat, and then got really sick.
Yeah, like this all. I mean, I'm not blaming Whiskey Weekend.
No.
Just this unfortunate series of events like March and April were just horrible for us for lives, and but we appreciate you guys being out there anyway. So.
Sticking through it with us.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll probably dive into that a little bit, but we need something in our glass, and so I did this recorded, but I don't think you got to try it really because you were not into that night or something.
Oh,
so this is ancient age 10-star. The label is really gold, so it's kind of hard to see. Anybody not familiar with this, you should get familiar with it. You should. So,
I mean, that's one way to put it, I guess.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to pass to you. Just pour yourself first. And we are into it. So we are off. What is in your glass is the question. We're going to sit here. We're going to chill with you guys for a while. Who knows? At least 3 drinks, right? Because that's the name of the show, the name of the channel. Ooh, a little awesomer, huh?
I mean, you know,
ASMR, awesomer.
Had to bring it back somehow.
I'm bringing awesomer back. I probably poured more than I wanted just to hear that too.
I was gonna say, don't pour it on yourself.
Oh man. But yeah, so those of you guys that don't know about Ancient Age, it is a Buffalo Trace Mash Bill 2 product, 90 proofer, and way back in the day, it used to be a 10-year product. Not today. Definitely much younger than that today. It, to me, I won't say what it is. I think you heard us talking about it. So you might have heard me say this already, but if you watched that video, I don't know if you watched that video.
I think I was a live studio audience.
You were a live studio audience. You're right. But cheers.
Cheers.
And cheers to you. I don't know why that was a cheers. Right? Right off the rip. You're like, all right. What are you thinking?
I mean, it's been a while. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a while since I've had a little bit of whiskey or bourbon.
This is a nice step in.
Getting banana right off the nose, though.
Definitely some fruitiness. Definitely fruity. I already sipped a little because I was just ready.
You're just going all in.
I'm all in. And she goes in for her first sip.
That's smooth.
It is. Yeah. Are you talking about me or the?
Yeah.
See, you missed this. Maybe. Is this I love you, I like you thing right now? All right, fair enough.
It's kind of corny.
It's young, it's youthful. Yeah. And again, it is so maybe unrefined, corny, grainy. Yeah. Does it remind you of anything?
A little bit about Blanton's.
Oh, interesting. Blanton's is what, 93 proof? Same mash bill, single barrels versus a you can
definitely
product.
tell it's a Buffalo Trace product.
Yeah, you really just comes off the rip. For me, this is Blanton's killer. Like if I could get this all day, every day, I wouldn't even bother with Blanton's ever. While it's a little less refined,
yeah.
I mean, who cares? I got that 1 liter for $16 plus change with tax.
Oh, is this the one we got in Dayton?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, how are you going to beat that? And Blanton's is 60 plus if you can find it. I mean, now, don't me. I just glitched. So hard. That's all, folks. I mean, this isn't like that's not like it's super easy to find either, but you're not gonna have as hard a time as finding a Blanton's.
So, because I didn't go into the store with you when you went and got this, was there multiples on a shelf, or did like you had to ask for this?
So this was one that I had to ask for. It was
Okay.
behind the counter because they don't get a lot of it. And the guy was surprised. So for those of you that haven't been to Ohio and use their system, they have OLHQ because they are in control state. And so they have an app that updates the store's inventories and everything. So you can see it's on there. So I was just cruising around looking at stuff. And I just kind of was playing around with filters. And I was like, Ancient Age 10 star. Like 4 miles from us? Yeah. I'm going, who knows? Maybe somebody popped in and bought it or whatever. He kind of let on that he might have had more. I don't know. But we did tell the guy at Neat that night.
Not Neat.
Yeah,
Century Bar.
Oh, Century Bar. We told the guy at Century Bar that night about it. He was going to try and get one the next day. So Manor Wine and Spirits, if you're in Dayton, Ohio, they had it. Don't know if they have any more. You can look on the app. It'll tell you. But I got to be honest with you.
It's good. It's. Yeah. I feel like it's a good starter, like start the night. But then if you watched the video, I think you also said that it would be a good ender. I think
it'd be good as an ender because it's got a little bit of sweeter notes to it, I think, than Blanton's. I think that's kind of what's enjoyable to me. This one, that first time around, I got caramel apple. I'm not getting as much apple this time.
Oh, no, you're wrong.
I know, it's so shameful. I'm wrong. So that's a callback from like a couple months ago that I did that to her. So
well, and the 4 people you don't want at your share or whatever.
Oh yeah, being an asshole.
An asshole.
Yeah. I'm an asshole occasionally, but
I think we all can be.
Yeah, well, the asshole isn't unique to whiskey.
No. Yeah. I feel like they are definitely more known in the beer community.
I'm gonna tell you, most everyone has been an asshole at some time in their life. It's called being a toddler. Like seriously, right?
Are we there yet?
Yeah, are we there? Well, that's not really being an asshole. It's like, Mom, what color is that? And it's like the sky, and you go blue, and you go, no, it's not. Like. Okay, and they had toddlers. I'm picking on you guys. Well, you should be watching for one. But if you, all right, this has gone off the rails already. This is just good to be back. Anyway, if you're out there, I see a few of you joined. Tell us what's in your glass, and let's get some chat going. Tell us what you guys are talking about, what you're thinking about. We've got a lot to catch up on. We covered Whiskey Weekend, so we don't have to go back all the way that far. We have.
The last live, I think, was your WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was WrestleMania. So that was 3-4 weeks ago.
Or was it the one? Maybe you did 2 on your own.
Yeah, I can't recall at this point. I know I skipped the last 2 weeks, and it was 3 weeks ago was the last live. So that might have been on the road. Yes, that might have been WrestleMania. You might be right about that. But we were going to do a draft concept tonight, but we said screw it. Let's just go live and have a good time, people, and sit and chat.
I think I gave you my idea. Too late.
A little too late. I already had the thumb out and all that. It was a great idea. We were going to kind of make envelopes and be like, and with the first pick in tonight's 3 Drinks Down live, we pick.
And I was going to suggest that we did all bottom shelvers.
Ancient Age 10 star right here.
That's the first pick this evening.
Straight up. Whiskey Straight Up's with us tonight. What's up, Derek? What's going on? If you guys haven't been out, check out Derek's channel, Whiskey Straight Up. It's also where all podcast platforms are available. And he just did his first live stream. He's doing a monthly live stream on Wednesdays.
The last Wednesday of the month, I think.
I don't recall which Wednesday of the month, but check his out. He had a good time. Good first guest. Ryan was his first guest. I caught a good amount of it. I didn't catch all of it, unfortunately. I was on the road for work and whatnot. But yeah, Derek, what's up? What do you got in your glass? I'm guessing it has an eagle to do with it, but you tell us.
An eagle or a rose?
Well, not because of
thorns.
An eagle, but not because Philadelphia Eagles, because he's an Eagles fan. Right. Because the eagle has landed on our pick.
Oh.
Manti Whiskey Society pick. So.
Gotcha.
He sang me a bottle. And then when Tommy opens up, oh, shucks, thanks. When Tommy opens up here at some point in the near future, which we announced, they'll probably have those out there as well. Nice. So, very nice. Eagles? At first, because it's so small, I had to kind of look like beavers. I'm like, are you drinking beaver poop juice again? Like, what are you doing, dude? I got you. Oh, that's great. Nice. Yeah, Eagles. The eagle has landed, and I cannot wait. It's a mash bill 2 eagle also, which is rare. Because mash bill, eagle rare, usually mash bill 1.
Eagle rare.
Oh, come on. I didn't mean that.
See what you did there.
I didn't mean that.
I caught your dad joke and you didn't?
Yeah, you did. What up, Nick?
What up, Nick?
What's going on, dude? Hey, congratulations. Nick has a big title. He's a baller.
Is he a boss man?
He's a boss man. He's a made man now. So here's to you, Nick.
What does that
Nick has the letters VP in his title now.
mean? What?
Yeah. So
Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. I forgot to tell you. He texted
Holy
me the other night. So
smokes,
I don't know if he wants me telling his business out there. Maybe I shouldn't. But
that's fantastic. Like that's
allegedly, Nick.
Cheers.
Maybe has something going on really good. So I think he told me that I could tell. If anyone's watching this from GE, it's not the Nick you know.
Dude, you're such a jerk.
I know. Nick's like, unfriend. He's going to go to his wall like that commercial. Like, I unfriend you.
It's going to be like, change name quickly.
Yeah. No, he's got his name out there, honestly. But no, great. That's awesome. What you got in your glass, Nick? Wow. What's Katie got? Water. I must glass.
I must glass?
Must glass?
In my glass? Maybe it's
I bet it is like water. I must glass. I was like, are we doing like Russian tonight? Water. I must glass. No, that's a Borat.
Maybe it was.
I think it's
in my glass.
Yeah, it is. Are you sure it's just water with that, Katie? I don't know. I'm kidding. Yeah. Nick hasn't said anything, so maybe I did offend him. I'm sorry, Nick. I'm Canadian. Sorry. So, crack the Weller full pick. I don't blame you one bit, dude. I don't blame you. That's you deserve a good celebration pour. Absolutely, dude.
Is that the one we had at Century Bar?
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was excellent.
Sorry if you heard my whole stomach. I feel like
she just went Vader. She's
like rumbled on me over here. That Weller foolproof pick at the Century Bar was so complex.
Yeah.
So delicious. Like it just had everything that you want.
I was kind of sad that we got it side by side with that Old Forester.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because
maybe it was the full.
Well, we liked both. We really liked both.
It was the Old Forester that we liked.
Yeah. You don't have your glass on. It's okay, Katie. We get it. Yeah. Sliding in an ETL after this pour. Like it. What up, Ty? Hey, man, we're great. How are you?
How are you?
First time back in forever.
It's been a while.
Yeah. And we're just acting a fool tonight. We're just sitting here drinking. We got no theme. We were going to do a drafting like we were starting to talk about before people kind of start chatting up. Keep chatting up, guys. We love it. We'd rather sit here and do that than try to like.
Are you all happy with your first round picks for your teams?
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Bengals fan, happy with my first pick.
We got a
little defensive end. Yeah. So happy about that. BEP.
Colts got a quarterback.
Yeah. Colts got them a quarterback. Go Birds. Drinking Eagle Rare. Ty, good to hear, man. Good to hear, dude. Yeah. So Eagles got two player. No, did Eagles? No, that's not them.
Who's the one that ended up forfeiting?
Dolphins?
The Dolphins forfeited their pick?
Yeah, but I think that was, I don't know enough about it, but I think that was all like arranged because some things and all that. That had to happen because the NFL told. I don't know. I honestly didn't read about it. So somebody knows about it. I mean, I've been on the road all week, lady.
Dude. I took it easy this week. Thank you.
Yeah, I know you did. That's all good. We got OT first pick, CBDT third. Go Stillers. Oh, Ty, man. You know, you're still up here, but you were way up here. Stillers fan. Jeez, oh, Pete. Yeah, that's what I thought. Jalen Carter and Nolan Thomas. There were a few people that said they thought that you guys could have stayed. You guys could have got like other picks later. And I don't know if I agree with that. There was a couple teams people said that about, actually. Weird draft. Yep, there we go. Miami tampering due to forfeit with Tom Brady. I knew it was Miami. I just forgot why.
Tampered with?
Yeah, that's why Giselle divorced him. No, it's not, but that's freaking funny, actually. So, see, Ty already laughed. I'm just kidding. He's laughing at something else in the past. So, it's a lag. Nah, the NFL draft has been crazy. Like, so Will Levis, who is a Kentucky quarterback, who a lot of people started thinking was gonna go really high. In fact, like an hour before the draft, you could have placed a bet at minus 1,500 that he was going to be the top 5 picks in the draft, meaning essentially you're betting for 8 cents on your dollar, something like that, right?
Right.
You bet $1, you're going to get like $1.08 or $1.09 back or something like that. He didn't even get drafted in the first round. Derek, thank you. We were wondering if someone would notice.
And we're on the wrong side again.
Yeah, and we got the focus thing going on again. I'm just waving at everybody. Hi. Yeah, we do.
I had to wear my St. Patrick's Day shirt because we didn't go live on St. Patrick's Day. So
we really do, and it's fine. We didn't plan it. It just kind of happened that way. I'm not even wearing a hat, which is really ironic. I like my hair right now.
I think it's fantastic.
I like my hair right now. The person that cut my hair in Ohio is just really did a great job on the fly. So I just don't want to offend Michelle. She wasn't there in Ohio. I don't know what to tell you.
So, yeah. Be nice. She's doing mine on Wednesday.
Nope, not going to be nice. You're going to buzz cut it, aren't you? Get rid of all your hair. If the Bengals take tight end Washington, going to be happy. Yeah, I agree. I'm glad we passed on Mayer. Like, that dude can't block to save his life. Probably would be a great pass catcher, so.
But so you were saying, this kid ended up not going in the first round.
So Will Levis ended up not going in the first round at all. And a lot of people right up at the end, even some of the pundits had him as their number one quarterback on the board. I got to stay lean forward. It's me that's causing the focus issue. And he didn't even go in the first round. I don't know if we haven't watched tonight. I assume he's been picked up by now in the second round. But
is that what Pat was talking about, where everybody just kept going back to him? And it's like, this kid hasn't, leave him alone, right?
That was kind of messed up. So, but yeah, this year it feels like no one is unhappy. I mean, there's some people that were saying reaches on certain people and all that, but it feels like no fan base is really super unhappy with their picks. Yep. There you go. Will Levis. That, you know what? That makes a lot of sense for them. If they weren't going to wait on Hendon Hooker to try to get that fan appeal and they thought Levis was that much better, I think that makes a ton of sense. So, Joey Porter Jr., he's going to be a beast. Yeah.
All right. So last weekend, you were in Louisville.
I was in Louisville. I got to tell you, I love that place. I think it loves me. I don't know.
Are we moving there?
Sure. Don't ask me again, or I will put the house up for sale tomorrow.
Oh,
not kidding.
I know a lot of people that would be sad and happy at the same time.
We'll get a big enough house people come visit. Maybe.
It snows there.
Yeah. For your invite to Louisville?
Let's go.
I think he meant come over. Come on over. Not tonight. This is our first weekend home in 5 weeks. We're gonna be bums, literally. So
I'm gonna let him be a bum. I've been a bum all week.
We're not gonna be bums. We have to go to grocery in the morning at Home Depot. We're not gonna bore you with all that stuff though.
No.
Whatever. It looks like one of those cat things, like the alarm clock that does the arm forward. Anyway. All right, football. So happy Halloween. Football. So I'm pumped because we are almost in May. And
I'm glad you know the calendar.
Yeah. No, Louisville, I'm going. Man, look, I know there's allegedly someone's planning a trip to Louisville at some point in the summer too.
Katie said we're not moving.
So Katie said we're not. Where did Katie say that? Still
on my watch.
Oh. Little Bed Bath and Beyond. Tomorrow? Yeah, we can go to Bed Bath. No, we can't.
They're all closed.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
Did I miss Katie? Where was it?
I told you it's on my watch.
Oh, she said on her watch.
You are not. Oh, that she said we're not moving.
Oh, yeah.
Like our house.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know what you mean. Bed Bath and Beyond.
I thought she meant moving.
So Bed Bath and Beyond is jacked up. So some point one of the evenings this week, the ones in Jacksonville started closing down. They advertised their close day is this weekend, and they were only on 10% off everything in the store.
Oh, it wasn't like that in Dayton.
Yeah, it was wild. I don't know
firsthand.
Yeah, well, I've heard from people at work. So
okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what to tell you. So Bed Bath & Beyond is probably not on the calendar for tomorrow because we don't have it anymore.
We don't have one. Well, we did, but we don't now.
Yeah, but Louisville, quote from old school, little Bed Bath. Oh, I recall that now. All right. Hey, yeah, we should put a Louisville trip together. Got to be honest, I love Whiskey Row downtown. Awesome, all things. But Nulu's starting to become my jam a little bit.
I think we should just get a giant Airbnb.
Yeah, like the one by Neat.
Okay.
Yeah.
And couple it up and just have some baller ass shares.
Baller. So we were talking to the bar staff at Neat and the guy that runs the shop, and we went over there 10 minutes before the shop closed. We were there for an hour, but we didn't realize it.
At Neat?
Yeah.
Oh, damn you.
Yeah, and then so we were talking to the guy. He's like, if you rent the place up there and you do it through Airbnb. You don't, because I guess they list elsewhere too. And you put in the notes that like you are a whiskey fan or whatever, like they'll watch that closely. And he's like, more than likely, if you do it at far enough advance, the bar staff will stay open for you privately for a few pours after hours. Now you don't get them free, of course, mind you, but
so if anyone doesn't know, in Louisville there is like this. It's like a Big Brother house. Well, it's in the New area, but it's
Butchertown. But yeah,
it's right next door to Neat and what's the?
It's actually what could be broken down as 4 Airbnbs. I forget what they call it. There's like a sign that says like something.
I feel like it's like the monkey pad or something like that. It's something funny. It is like something funny
like that, but definitely not the monkey pad. Not sure. Road trip. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can book it for anywhere from 6 to 26, I think, because it's actually like 4 little. It's kind of like 4 mini lines coming together to form one big robot. If we're talking about movie lines, let's do it. All whiskey tubers can meet up. Yeah. What would you like to drink? Oh, actually, I have a plan.
Oh,
I have a plan. Do you want it in fresh glass or no?
I don't.
I totally agree with that, Derek. We could definitely get some whiskey tubers in. I know I could probably talk to Jamie and David. They might come over. Judge might come over. He's in Louisville a
lot. Jason, maybe.
Jason could probably talk stuff and whiskey as we met them. Yeah, we could probably do that. Do a little retreat,
a little podcast.
Yeah, and then maybe do it annually, but do it at the Baller House in Orlando we know about. Yeah. Okay, we need to think about that and work on that because I think that'd be an amazing time. So anyway, next pick. Are you ready? Pouring some Ryan might come. There you go. Yeah, absolutely. And he currently pouring some 01 and gonna follow with my Infinity Blend to infinity and getting a cigar ready. Hell yeah.
Nice.
I love BRT 01. It's probably I prefer it to BRT 02. Just picked up BEP when we were at Makers. Finally figured out how to get the gift shop to Makers. Finally figured it out.
You didn't get lost?
Didn't get lost. 2 other people with me.
So who actually knew how to get there?
Well, Drew.
Okay, so you didn't know how to get there.
Drew or Chad? I don't remember, to be honest with you. We weren't drunk or anything. It's just the thing is, if you guys have been there is no sign. Colden, what's up, dude? Watching drinks going down, hoping all. It's great, dude.
Hey, buddy.
It's great. That Holden Rice guy's a real asshole, though. You know, I'm just saying. So, yeah.
So you finally found Makers.
Yeah, we finally found it. And it turns out once you get down past
found the gift shop.
Once you get down past, so you remember where we went around the other lot where the employees parked?
Yeah, we got
it's
out
like 100 yards from there.
Okay,
but there's no signs. At any rate,
where they tell you not to park.
Yeah, where they tell you not to park, which would be the most logical. But anyway, let's not go down that road because, like, honestly, once you pass the place we're checking for your tours, there's a sign finally. So if we'd have just walked our happy asses 75 feet around, we would have seen a sign.
It was cold.
It was cold. And we had to get to Limestone Branch. So whatever. All right. You tell the folks about this one. I know you're going to have to read it or whatever, but this is the next pick.
You want me to read?
Yeah, why not? Reading is good. We like it.
This is Starlight Rye Whiskey finished in apple brandy barrels. But this is also the collab with...
So this is actually James's pick.
James's pick with Corporate Ladder.
Corporate Ladder. So this is a Starlight. What's the proof on this one?
114.
Show the good people, Dia. Show the good people. See?
My hands are all making it all sweaty.
Yeah, get it in there. Get it focused. Get it right. Get it tight. I know the lights. I gotta get the lights set up again tonight. I screwed them up.
You can see his. Yeah. I don't want to move my mic. Anyway, okay.
All right.
I do remember this one.
You haven't had it?
Yes, I have.
Oh yeah, you did. I'm wrong as usual. Saw an email re-releasing 46 cast strength. Nice. That was a whole trippy experience. So while she's pouring, that's fine. That was a whole trippy experience watching people do the waxing and all that.
The waxing?
Yeah, the waxing. Because what's wrong with that glass? I'm so confused. You guys can tell. I'm just freaking ridiculous confused. I'm trying to remember which glass is which. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Do you see that?
Yeah, I know. Just fine.
Okay, well, I'm not pouring to that line.
That's fine. Watch them do the wax is kind of hypnotic. Watching people do it because like there's like a right up, dup, doop, and then you put it on this little air dryer thing.
How'd that go?
It goes dup, dup, doop.
I don't know that I could see it. I think you need to do it again.
Dup, dup, doop. I mean, that's how they tell you to do it. They don't say those.
Do they
dup,
say
dup,
it like
doop.
that?
No.
I think when we go, you're gonna have to say it.
No, it's not like that at all. But it was kind of trippy. I mean, I didn't do one. Chad did one, but it was kind of cool process. And then like the girl, like Chad was going to go for the whole thing and put it on the shoulders, which apparently is a no-no. But they put bars on the thing, so you can't do that now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can only go so far. But they don't want the whole thing waxed. It's their brand. They still want to be able to see the label and all that, and control that.
But he did what was the chocolate?
He did the eclair, yeah. And then I got the BEP, Black Eyed Peas. Black Eyed Peas, we reckon it.
You knew how upset if you would have waxed your own and I wasn't there.
I did. I 100% did.
Because this one over here went to some distilleries without me.
I owe you another trip. See?
We can go in June.
We cannot go in June. I love your optimism, but we cannot go in June.
Okay.
But so trying to think. We did the Old Forester tour again, which honestly, if you guys haven't done that, the Whiskey Row tours, that might be the best tour on Whiskey Row. You guys are probably all familiar with them. If you haven't been, that's probably, if you're on the row, probably the best.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard Evan Williams experience the larger tour is great. We've only done the speakeasy there, which gets you access to be able to buy whatever bottle
Rare
is
bottles.
allocated, rare bottle. Michter's is cool, but they're better for the tasting. If you get the Heritage tasting or Legend Series tasting, which they only do once a month, and it's like 8 or 12 spots, you got to be on it to get that. And of course, Angel's Envy was Angel's Envy. I'm not a big fan of their products, so
and you said
cool.
they don't have a bar.
They don't really have a tasting bar or whatever.
Tasting
no,
or anything, right?
You can buy 1 ounces to go that are tax sealed, so you can't you can pop them right there if you wanted to. They kick you out, but it's cool. I mean, they've refinished an old building. They haven't done and built this, refinished anything like crazy like some of the other places. But yeah, we didn't make it to Rabbit Hole, so we still got that to do. But yeah, I love Louisville, and I hope it loves me. I mean, honestly.
You said you guys went to Jim Beam, the restaurant there?
So we did decide on Saturday rather than kind of bang Louisville a little more, because there's a few things we hadn't done yet. We hadn't gone to Gertie's. We hadn't done a few of those things, but we did go down to Bardstown, and we freaking toured de Bardstown it. We did Heaven Hill, popped in to see if they had anything at opening, and we missed Grenades and something else. Ran over to Willett because Drew wanted some green tops, and they were expensive everywhere else. Maker's Mark Ambassador has 9 bottles. That is freaking cool. There were a ton of people that were getting their bottles that day. And it looked like it's amazing because they were getting catered to a little more than most people, and the labels are freshly printed. They put them on right in front of you.
Oh, that's cool.
It really was a cool experience. But yeah, so we went to Preservation. That was neat. Their branding and everything, Preservation's beautiful, but their pricing, for rare stash, it was good. We had a 14-year and a 15-year. And then they had a 3-bottle 375s set that was Pappy Van Winkle consulted. Well, not Pappy, but Julian consulted on them, and it was made at Stitzel Weller, or one of them. I don't know which Van Winkle. They were selling for $2,200 for the 3 bottles, 375s, and I was like, but yeah. So long story short, you asked about Jim Beam. Man, Jim Beam is beautiful. One. You see it from the road, and you see these rick houses and everything. The restaurant at Jim Beam. We went to Repeal for dinner one night. Other than missing the steak temp slightly for all 3 of us, top notch. Repeal's a top notch steakhouse that'll hold its own anywhere. Jim Beam is not a steakhouse, but what they are is wood fired grill and stuff like that. And was it good?
I feel like you went on a food tour versus a distillery tour.
I mean, we were at Chad. So
that is true.
Gotta remember, that's what's going to happen. The brisket burgoo. Oh my gosh.
Well, you have to tell them because it was also. No, I always want to say Thunder Down Under, but that's not what it was. What's the?
Wow, that's the Australian guys that strip in Vegas. That's so tasty. The nose is a little weird something to it, but it's tasty.
It doesn't have the apple on it anymore.
Yeah, but you get apple, caramel, vanilla on the taste. So it was Thunder over Louisville. Yeah, Thunder over Louisville. So if you guys aren't familiar with that that's the kickoff to Derby 2 weeks. DJ Turner, cornerback T-Ton to the Bengals. Hey, we love T-Ton guys. If you guys haven't been to Louisville, 2 weeks before the Derby, so you can put a watch on it. They kick off the Derby celebration, what's called Thunder over Louisville. And I should have known something was up because when I went to pick up Chad and Drew, I saw F-18s and F-16s land at the airport. And there is a National Guard station there. So it wouldn't be abnormal that they refuel and whatever. But I'm like, this is really odd. And sure enough, Thunder over Louisville is two things. It's an air show during the day, and it is the United States' largest fireworks display at night.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And
guess you have to take me back for our 20-year anniversary next year.
Possibly.
And we stay 2 weeks.
A year? Were you say a year?
We're not staying a year.
We have to sell the house if we want to stay a year. It's called moving there, okay?
We're not moving.
Oh, I don't know. You keep bringing it up. I can deal with a little bit of snow, honey.
No, I can't. You know that.
I mean, I'm down. We could do Lexington instead. It's fine.
They still have snow too.
No, it's Lexington. No, they put a big snow dome over the top.
Do you realize where it rains every time we would drive to
Nashville?
I could.
Nashville would be a trouble, but could do it. So anyway, yeah, freaking awesome. So stole the show, the F-35. Like we're still standing downtown, so you have to watch kind of between buildings, and sometimes the acrobatics are above the building skyline. You can see it all. Stole the show, the F-35, and it wasn't even when we were downtown watching. We were driving in from Bardstown, coming back for the day, and they do 2 or 3 demonstrations each day, all these groups and whatnot. We are getting just where we curve past the airport, and you start to see downtown, and I see this F-35 just come screaming in, and then it looks like it turns sideways and tilts up, and is just kind of floating sideways like it's stalking something. The afterburners kick on and just dive straight down. I was like, that's the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
You were like a little kid.
I was like, America.
You did your fingers.
Right? I know. I was really excited. It was really cool. Like it was like I mean, my hair is up right now. Look.
Look at that.
Yeah. Like
you should have videoed it.
I was driving.
Oh.
So I was lucky I got to see it for one. It was, yeah. Aren't they tied, dude? This thing just looked like it was like a snake coiled up, stalking his prey, and then you saw the afterburner come out and just bam, straight down.
What'd you say that? What was it? What they call?
Oh, they walked. So the F-18s do the walking. So like they can be at any altitude, but these happen to be just high enough we could see them. And it's just so cool when they walk because they're just so tilted like 85 degrees, and they're just like. They're not making that noise because I'm really not doing it justice, but yeah. Yeah, dude, they're just amazing. The F-18s seemed like they were the loudest, actually. The F-35 was loud. There was only one F-35, so maybe that's unfair. And there was 3 F-18s, but man, I love an air show. I'm not going to lie. I might like it better than fireworks. The F-35 stayed out, and they had a World War II vintage plane out. And yeah, they basically hover over the engine, exactly. The F-35 stayed out after its show, and there was a World War II vintage prop plane. And it looked like the F-35 was going to fall out of the sky because it had to go so slow.
Really?
Yeah, it was just almost unnatural that it could.
So we're going to the air show here in Tampa when they come.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. The crowd thing is kind of.
Can we not go watch it like off?
No, we're just going to book the hotel just still and tell them we want a room in the back.
Tampa.
Oh, Tampa. Oh, yeah. Tampa's more about like the acrobatics and the racing. They do get like fighter jets, but they're more about like that. It's like
I wonder if you could like get a tent where you can drink.
I'm in for an air show. They probably do have that kind of thing because like the only air show we've been to was Dayton. We were too young to like really.
I sold newspapers.
Yeah, I mean when we lived in Japan, we were 1 mile from the flight line, so that they would do like wasn't a full on air show where they brought other airplanes in and everything. Although occasionally if they had like a B-52 in or something in, yeah, yes sir. Blue Angels for sure. So a few times a year when they're either doing like exercises where like they would prepare for like war type stuff, whatever, or every now and then they put on like a show for the base. You see the F-16s do full afterburner vertical takeoffs. It's just wow.
Isn't it the Blue Angels? They only rotate so often too. They don't come typically to an air show every time.
That's basically the air show's choice. I mean, there's probably, I don't know that to be true. I think there's there you go. See, hell yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, certain air shows have multiple of them. They'll have Thunderbirds and the Blue Angels in certain years.
Well, yeah, those are like baller ones.
Those are, yeah. So I mean, I think they tried to rotate. Like Dayton will only get 1 a year when we were going, yeah. But I mean, I respect them all. They're just crazy. Even the Canadian ones, because they're so nice.
Are they sorry?
They're so nice. They're like, hey, pal, we're gonna be loud and fly over. We're sorry. And we're like, okay, go ahead, man. You know,
Canadian
like
sorry.
Canadian sorry. Oh, I think I explained that to everybody, but
Multiple times. We don't need to go through it again.
Are you sure?
100,000%.
That's fine. Do I need to be Canadian sorry about it?
No, you.
What about Australian, mate?
Good day, mate.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to go there.
Sorry, mate.
I knew you
Better
were.
luck next time.
This is really hot.
It is hot. Like Paris Hilton?
No.
That's hot. It is. It'll off gas quickly, though.
Like the first pour we had when we opened it was like you got the green apple like immediately, and I'm definitely not getting the green apple anymore.
It's there. It's coming around. I'm getting a lot more rye spice this time. I dig it.
Has James tried it yet?
He's tried it multiple times.
Well, obviously he picked it, so
He's tried it multiple times since he had the bottle, yes.
Okay.
It is definitely a big transition since I'm getting more like creamy minty dill a little bit off of the rye coming through a little bit. There's still definitely some Applejacky quality to it. Applejacky. Wow.
Can I just tell you that I love dill pickles and I like mint, but the two together that you just said, those don't go together.
Because you just tasted it, didn't you?
No.
But there's that weird thing with rye. There's that weird thing with rye where it kind of straddles a little bit. They don't always get both. You shouldn't get both.
You shouldn't.
But there's that weird, you know what I'm talking about though?
Yes, I do.
They're not as far apart as most people think. The difference is the dill has more of a pungency to it. So yeah. Bookers. Oh, we were at Beam and they put the latest Bookers on the shelf. They only put 2 boxes up and there's somebody in front of me. They got one and I went to get it. And I was like, I've spent enough money on this trip. It was $100.
Did you?
And
you
so
actually...
Drew bought it. Oh,
I was gonna say, did you actually like pull yourself back?
I did, and I said, that's fine, Drew. And he grabbed it. And he wasn't sure if he wanted it. And I said, I'll take first right of refusal if you don't, but it's yours. And he bought it.
You got lucky with some, because you got good bottles at Old Forester.
We're gonna do a.
Oh, sorry, he needs to do a.
We did get a little lucky.
Sorry, you'll have to stay tuned.
I was gonna do a haul video, so
coming this week.
Yes,
I've already now said you have to do it this week.
That's fair. So we did get lucky at Old Forester. We did the tour, and typically when you do the tour, you get just the Whiskey Row series. Walmart 64 has the best deals. You're not wrong about that at all. Like, in fact, you're 100% right. If you pop in there on the right day, you'll catch something that's like, why is Rare Breed $22.01? You know, like, what?
And they also had my mom's salted caramel.
Yeah, and they happen to have that salted caramel crown. But yeah, we got so instead of getting the Whiskey Row series, we got 3 of the Whiskey Row series in one special bottle, which was just on that one tour that day. They didn't actually put it in the gift shop even for like random people to come by. I think it's since been put out a little bit. It's a 117 series, so that's all I'm going to say about it. And then Michter's, we walked out of Michter's and it was raining, and we're like, well, we don't want to walk out yet. And somebody in front of us had asked the counter, like, what did you guys have this morning? A bottle your own? And they said what they had, and they said they had no bottle your own. We didn't get a bottle your own, but we did get ready to leave, and we looked over, and this lady's coming out of the elevator with a cart with a bunch of the. If you know Michter's, they make you buy a 2-pack, basically, right? Not Tupac, that's a whole different thing, though he's probably still around with Elvis somewhere. But they make you buy a 2-pack. We're like, and we know sometimes they hold them for the tours, but so somebody went up to the register and asked, can I? You know, and they were like, yeah. And we're like, in line. We didn't know what it was, and very pleased with what it was.
Nice.
So yeah. Yep. So that was let's put it this way. One of the bottles in the pack I saw at a local liquor store marked up almost $175 from what we bought it for, because they're a museum shitlord. So at any rate, but yeah, good trip. I mean, I could go on and on about Louisville. I think it's on a little somber note. We did walk past where the bank shooting was. That bank apparently is still closed and all that, but it's amazing community support. So yep. What's my favorite places in Louisville? Distillery, non-distillery? Want to plan my trip for after my wedding? I'll let you go first.
There is, what is the burger place called?
Grind.
Yeah, Grind. There is, it is just delicious hamburgers. They make.
It's in Nulu.
It is in Nulu. It's down from Evergreen, which is a liquor store that has like a little bar in it that you can actually sit down and drink at. It's
definitely Evergreen is a must. So she's telling you that too.
Yes. So
by the ounce and not secondary.
If you're going to stay in in Louisville, we really enjoy Hotel Distill.
We're Marriott snobs. But there are plenty of other good places to stay.
You stayed
I stayed at the main Marriott. We talked to people that stay at the Omni. They love the Omni. Aloft is actually really cool. It's going to be typical Aloft for the room, I guess. I asked David and Jamie about that. And like, it's nothing special upstairs, but downstairs it's the corner bar and they've got a full whiskey bar, which is different for an Aloft. So Aloft is actually probably a good option too.
But yeah, so we really enjoy Hotel Distill. In the Nulu area, there's a restaurant called Grind. Across the street from Hotel Distill is Merle's. They have like the just really, really good like home cooked chicken,
fried chicken.
And then
if you want a great steakhouse, Repeal at Distill. Yeah.
And then distillery wise, I go back and forth. You have to do Bards, like if you're in the Bardstown area,
which is a day, like not a full day trip, but you may as well commit your whole day.
Yeah. I feel like Bardstown is just a different breed on its own. Like once you see it, you would understand why I say that. And we haven't really done any of the big named guys yet together. So like we haven't done Buffalo Trace together. We haven't done Woodford together. I haven't been to Maker's Beam. I haven't been to like all of the big guys
that are outside downtown Louisville.
Yeah.
We've done Sitzerweller. That was cool. I'm not sure I would take, because 20 minutes outside downtown, there's no other distilleries near it. So I'm not sure.
I would
for the history, it's worth it.
Old Forester for sure. The tour there is just fantastic.
That's the only place I'd recommend a tour downtown.
Yeah. I wish we would have known, like, I really wish we would know if like they just char that barrel in front of you, or if you really like, if they use the barrel.
Yeah, they use it.
Cause like, so I got to char a barrel when we were there last fall, and then Chad got to do one when they were there last week.
Giving a little bit away, but yes. What up, Clint Lee? Ayo. We're just going through some of our favorite places for Thai. I think you know Thai, maybe, allegedly.
So Old Forester for sure. And then Evan Williams just has a really good, cozy little bar upstairs.
So you didn't get to try George's at Old Forester. It's cute. It's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, it was open. The nice thing about Evan Williams is they're going to have everything you want. The not so nice thing about Evan Williams is they know what they can charge, and they do charge for it. So like case in point, Parker's Heritage Heavy Char was a $50 pour. Whereas you get out of the city and you start to get away from the city a little bit, some of the better things happen, like Evergreen, Nulu. They pour by the ounce, and never met him. Don't know who. What's up, buddy? Look at that. She covered a ton of it. I'm not sure I could do a much better job, to be honest with you. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. If I were to add anything in Louisville itself, you killed it. I mean, honestly, there's a restaurant across the street from Evergreen. It's a Cuban fusion place that everybody loves. We've not been. You can't miss it. So nice. Empty Buffalo Trace barrel. It depends on how many days there, Ty. Like you could easily burn 3 days in Louisville and pretty much burn the whole thing down.
Well, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. We all like to go back.
We like to go back.
You have Starlight too, which is 18 minutes north of Indiana. It's a fun trip. But again, it's kind of one of those things you're going to eat up half your day just going out there. Nightlife wise, Gertie's over in Nulu. Gertie's is awesome.
Gertie's is so much fun.
Yeah. So
it's like a speakeasy.
Well, they have a sports bar, a bourbon bar, and a speakeasy. So we go to Kansas a couple weeks where I'm from to visit some buddies. One is a whiskey drinker. There you go.
Nice.
It's always funny, like when you start anything like craft beer, whiskey, whatever, you find out who they all are. You're like, oh, I've got a cousin, or I've got a brother, or I've got I don't know,
uncle,
degenerative uncle. Yeah, who knows? I can't add anything. You killed it.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I've only been twice.
I think you've been 3 times. I don't know. Anyway, we haven't done Hell or High Water yet. I've heard mostly good, but some mixed reviews on it too. So
Peerless is fun.
Peerless, yeah, I will give you that. Peerless.
We didn't do the full tour, but
we did tasting. My challenge with Peerless is bottle prices. You got to be ready to pay for their bottle price. I mean, there wasn't a bottle that they offered there. Now they were all single barrel, distillery only, and no one cheaper than $120.
You could get the
we got the little 200 milliliters, but they're like 35.
Yeah, the one we got the double oak, which was
which
I
was
think
really
it was
good.
55,
something like that. Got him a Weller 107, Smanty whiskey glasses. Thanks, Derek, giveaway. And he's constantly asking what he should buy. Can't wait to help someone else. But there you go.
That's
I don't
awesome.
blame you.
That's awesome.
And recommend him to 3 drinks down. Cheesy plug. No, Ty, that is awesome. I always look at places like Kansas and I think, man, I know you have to drive a lot. Don't get me wrong, because things are spread out and whatnot. But there's gotta be some honey holes in Kansas. You just think although there's probably enough whiskey lovers, they know them all. But I wouldn't be shocked if all of a sudden you go to Kansas and you like just pull something and you're like, yeah. So, okay. So for number 3, Templeton 10-year Smoke Wagon Uncut Rye. You're into rye.
Smoke Wagon.
Smoke Wagon.
Smoke Wagon.
Smoke Wagon. Yeah, I will. Don't worry. Yeah. I haven't had Templeton though, Nick. So I guess I just know Smoke Wagon, but yeah. Smoke. You about ready for number 3 yourself, lady?
I think so.
All right. We probably don't have Holden anymore.
No, he was in an Uber. Who knows where he was going?
Yeah.
It's like
He was going to a bottle share.
2 hours behind.
He was going to bottle share. He told me he may not make stream tonight. So me and Holden Rice.
Hi.
Hi, Jen. Actually, in a small town, he's found where grizzly beasts. Yeah, I mean that's what's so crazy about the small towns is they may not get the most selection or anything, but they get like when they do, it's like, hey, look, this guy's selling pap at 23 for retail. No, it's not that.
We need to have a small share because
We do need to have a small
miss
share.
everybody.
I know, right?
So I don't know. The reason that things did get a little crazy, we won't go into too much detail, is that my dad was not well. Pretty much. Well, he's doing better, but he wasn't
Much better.
Beginning in March. So I've been a little stressed. Parents obviously were a little stressed.
And it all kind of happened as we were at Whiskey Weekend.
It did happen. It all started March 6th. So
coming home or at Whiskey Weekend.
yes, we can have a bottle share here.
Yeah. Not tonight.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
We've
but
already
will.
said no after parties tonight. Like we are just chilling this weekend.
Yeah, I was in bed by 10:15 last night. Not me normally.
But yeah, so Dad, he had 2 stays in the hospital in March, and then all of this month still. We had lots of follow-up doctor's appointments. So he is on the mend.
Dude, we got to see you soon, Ty. Yeah.
Please definitely keep him still in your prayers. And I appreciate you guys for just.
So what, Sunday night was your first home night in this house in April.
In like 26 days.
Yeah. So
it was just.
So it was kind of crazy.
That's why I've been a bum this week. I just. Mentally, emotionally, everything was.
And then I was, so this week was a scheduled work week for me in Jacksonville. So that's why I slacked on content, but we'll get right back to it. I know you guys are fiending for it. I'm kidding. Anyway, we're moving on. This is a bottle that I picked up when I actually took said new job. This was my celebration bottle.
Oh, this isn't my bottle?
No, yours is up there. Still will open another time.
Okay.
This is Foregate Kelvin Collab. Which, if you don't know, Foregate has started these series of collaborations. That's going to be a foily label. It's going to be hard to get.
Gotta go up more.
I gotta go up more?
No, like into the camera.
Okay, I got little arms. Anyway, it's hard to see. Sorry.
Sorry.
This is Kelvin Collab. This is number 1. This is the first one. Their first release. I opened it at Whiskey Weekend. It's getting low. It's got to go. So we're drinking it tonight. Yeah, there's some seagrass back there. Barrel-aged seagrass. Yeah, I'm terrible at figuring out which shoulder I'm supposed to point over. Yeah, Clint, it was a celebration bottle I purchased. You're not wrong. Would I tell you it lives up to the price tag? If you didn't tell me what it was, I'd probably be okay with it, but
it's
wonderful. But yeah, at a $200 MSRP, it's hard.
Sorry.
He did say sorry. Also, I don't know where Damien is. Then I'm kind of worried about him. I think he hit a hard Whiskey Wednesday, so we'll see. We need to. I mean,
we haven't had Joe in a while
either. I think the goal eventually is for us to do this live one night.
Do what live?
This, like we're doing it live, but do it.
I was like, is this not live?
Yeah, it's weird. We're AI. We're just answering your questions. No, do this in front of people live. Like, so it's like
A live audience?
Not necessarily an audience. They don't have to watch us. They can just be milling about drinking bourbon. But I guess it's an audience too.
I'm so confused.
I'm being weird. So we talked about that. Maybe we'll combine that with a share one night. And then what we could do is like have like a blind game where people come on and try things blind or something.
I love games. I think people like games. I wanted it. I like
a live studio audience.
You all know I love themes.
Yeah, themes. Someone get the laugh tracks. I don't have any laugh tracks. What?
You gotta get those tracks.
I will. I don't have them right now.
Do you have the?
No, all I have is the 1, 2, 3. I forget what that one is. I don't even know what that one is. I have a touchpad thing here. That's why I'm pointing.
Oh, I bet it's from when you and Greg did stuff.
Probably. I mean, I know this is 1 drink down, 2 drink down, 3 drink down. This one's on the house, but I don't know what that one is. And we can't hear it. So that's the worst part.
You could do it and see what people say it says.
They're going to tell us something completely not what it is. Like, why would I do that? I know who's out there. Like, they're not going to tell me what it says. Come on. Yeah. There you go. Group drink whiskey and chat live. You know, it's such a weird thing. Like, I don't know if any of you guys did this. Like, every now and then, like, it came up the other day on my Facebook memories, whatever. So, like, this was flashback 3 years ago. This was a month into the pandemic, the week into the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
And so at that point, we were still, a lot of us had done some, maybe Clint, maybe. A lot of us had done some, a lot of us were in our beer group, were into whiskey already, but we decided we still want to do a beer share one night. So we did a good old video chat, like, and I'm like, that was kind of fun, to be honest with you.
This is kind of where you got back into wanting to do it.
Yeah, it really was. We did 2, actually, I think, if I recall.
Either way, like, your guys' faces lit up because you weren't able to talk or touch or do anything with anybody.
You make it sound really seedy when you say that.
I mean, like, 3 years ago, we probably wouldn't have even been able to be like, nope, you stay over there.
I liked you then.
I still liked you and loved you, but like, the world didn't want anybody doing anything.
It was a virtual happy hour. You're absolutely right. You know, and it was a great time for what it was. Cause like you'd be on there and all of a sudden, like one of your buddies that said he couldn't make it, whatever, you pop on, like, you were like, Nelson, what are you doing? You know, like, and who knew it was going to, like, for most people's standards, was going to last another year, 18 months, you know, whatever. And we were in Florida. So listen, it didn't last that long for us, but yeah. Who knows?
Cheers to being in Florida.
Right? That was definitely needed.
This is a good ender. It's got all...
See, that's how he ended up finding his way with MWS.
Nice. That's awesome.
I think he's talking about virtual shares, not touching someone.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Okay. Do you like me right now?
Nope.
Yep. Do you love me?
Yes.
That's all that matters. All right.
Press the button. They want to hear it.
It is 14 seconds, whatever it was.
Still lit up.
It's loud too. Back it down. Okay. Is it music?
Unpress the button. Clint's laughing.
I have no idea what it is.
It's done now.
Well, we let it rip.
We don't know what
I think it's music. I don't remember.
Welcome to 3 Drinks Down.
Oh, wow. Did I record like a soft intro? I got to go listen to this now. Oh, that's great. I have no idea what it is. I know like the first one is 1 drink down.
You can probably hear the back on here.
Probably.
Hi, friend. How are you?
What up, Pyerson?
She is her.
It's a musical intro. That's what it is.
Oh.
Yeah. What up, Lindsay Pyerson?
AJ is at Daddy Daughter Dance.
Oh, is he now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. So Lindsay's like, I'm going to go drink whiskey. I
like
it.
Why not?
I like it. That's what I would do. I mean, no, I'd be at Daddy Daughter Dance if that was the case. Never mind. But not be drinking whiskey at Daddy Daughter Dance. Don't recommend.
Oh.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So funny story about the WWE intro. We back in the day.
Oh, they just go home.
When you would have pagers and you could record your custom intro.
You're gonna go there.
Yeah.
On mine?
Hers were like Backstreet Boys and stuff and all that. I was gonna say we did a Goldberg one for one of the guys one time.
Did you really?
Yeah.
He's got the good radio voice. You really do. We played this game.
You realize what that implies, right?
Not like that.
I know.
That's like a telephone voice, not.
No, I didn't even mean that.
Oh.
Wow, you jumped to an entirely different. I just meant I didn't have a face for TV. You're like, you got a sex operator voice.
I thought that's what you meant. You said phone.
What are you wearing?
Plaid
Khakis.
pants. Well, khakis. But no, so in Dayton, we played this game called Bad People.
Oh gosh.
And you basically were calling out your friends. Like it was
it was so bad.
Who at this table has the most annoying voice?
Yeah.
And I put Nate.
She did. She totally did.
And they're all like,
oh, hell yeah.
I beg to differ with you. He's got the best voice. I was like, I know he does, but like
I hear it every day. It's annoying.
Like I have to hear him every day.
Yeah. Well, also, oh hell yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was the best I got. If I was a wrestler, obviously the physique is going to be more like, not these guys for the most part. But thank you, dude. Appreciate that.
They
Radio
all
voice.
went up there.
Yeah. I would probably be Seth freaking Rollins. Dude's charismatic as hell. Like seriously. So
Yeah.
yeah. I like Cody too. Don't get me wrong. But
I like the girl that has the long
Bianca.
hair. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's pretty cool. She's like a freak athlete too.
Mm-hmm. I don't like what's her name? Ric Flair's daughter.
Oh, Charlotte. Yeah. I mean, but she's got talent. So we got range on the show too. We talked NFL draft. We're talking WWE. Look at that whiskey. I mean, come on.
I know.
Right?
This is
delicious.
It's woo. I do like Ric Flair.
Physique, I'd say Kane or Big Show. Not as tall, but they're cool. Yeah, physique for me is going to be like Rikishi. So it's fine. I know who I am.
Is that The Rock's dad?
No, it's his cousin or something. They're not related. They are related, but different family. So actually, they started their they did start their draft tonight. I forgot about that.
Wrestling does?
WWE, every year they kind of reshuffle the deck. Yeah, so exactly. Yep. Stink face, or what's it called? Stink face?
Little
Stink bomb,
nostalgia for you. When Nate and I were dating, our Monday nights were actually a date night for us, and I would come home from college, from classes, go straight to his place. We would order pizza and watch Monday night.
And this is during the Attitude Era, so it was really, really good, right?
I would not leave until I saw Big Show.
Well, it's the Big Show.
Or if it was snowing, I'd make him drive me home and then drive back to his house.
Big Show is the absolute largest human being I've ever seen in my life in person. You weren't there. So at one point, we both worked at Lone Star Steakhouse when we were younger. And I happened to be there busing or something. I don't know what I was doing. That's how young we were. And a limousine with no tinted windows, so just straight you could see in, rolls up. And you look at the back seat and you see this just like shadow of a person. And then out hops Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, that tells you the era, Macho Man, and Big Show.
I thought it was
positive that's the three.
Okay.
Yep. And they were in character. They stayed kayfabe. They were in character.
That's a big black guy was
no, but he did come into the restaurant one time, Booker T or something. Yeah. And like if you've ever been to a Lone Star or a steakhouse like that, they have double door. He had to open both doors. He was that wide and he couldn't really turn. Yeah, I agree. Kane's probably a monster of a size man too. When they ordered, Big Show got the steak salad, which was a big bowl at Lone Star. It was a good sized meal. When we stood in front of it, it looked tiny. It looked like this tiny little cereal bowl. Handed him regular silverware. All you could see is the bottom of the fork tines because he had his hand like this and could barely. He just was like scooping it. It looked like he wasn't using a fork. Hands just ridiculous. So they're all in character and everything. And what's really cool was you could get a sense some of these guys, like when they saw kids that were excited, wanted to like kind of break character. So the manager had paid and went out and got the car to come pull it around and whatever. And Hogan walked out and didn't say his word. Had shades on the whole time. Big Show walked out. Macho Man was the last one. I don't know if I went to the bathroom or whatever. I didn't really care and pay attention. But there's this kid like, Macho. And he's like, what's up, little dude? And he kept walking. He didn't 5-5 or anything, but he kept walking.
That's
like
so cool.
yeah. And I was like, that's freaking awesome. He's he's blacked out in NWO like garb and stuff, so he's supposed to be the bad guy, not talk to him. But right on his brother here, what's up, little dude? Like, I was like, that's cool. You just made that kid's day.
Yeah, that is cool.
Al Snow used to come through Dayton a lot. He's old school. He was like the guy that carried the mannequin head, if you remember that guy. And he had Sheamus with him at one point at Sam's Club, because they would come to Sam's Club. And just when Sheamus was nobody, like nobody. He had Sheamus with him one time because they would stop in Sam's Club to get snacks to take on the airplane. So, yeah, I bet if you're around here, you have whole cooking stories. I mean, met them, no, but I've been with like arm's length, like Tiger Woods and people like that. I don't know that I'd call certain people celebrities, like, whatever, but not really. I mean, there are other people too, though. Like, you run into them, and I honestly feel bad for them. We were talking about this the other day.
I mean, I've like met like artists, like musical artists, like backstage and things like that. But
we did meet Gwen Sebastian, yeah. You've been in his house? Does he know? Brother.
So yeah, like I mean, I don't know that like sitting down somewhere or whatnot, but like backstage passes,
That's true. I guess I think about that perspective.
Who is like one famous person that you would like to meet and like sit down and have a conversation with?
Doubtful he knew. That's funny. Wow, I don't know. Terry Bradshaw, Brian Johnson, Jerry, R.I.P. Yeah, man. I got that news the other day, and I was like, you talk about a dude that just like, that's a cool dude. So I've heard.
Yeah, especially living in Ohio. So.
Yeah, I bet they did. Terry Bradshaw, huh? Yeah, man, I heard nothing but great things about Jerry Springer. Like a lot like Dick Vitale when you see him out, like where if he's out doing his thing, he doesn't care if you come up to him, he'd sit and chat with you and all that. And I never got to experience that with him out and about in the area, but I know he lived out on the island still for at least until very recently. Used to bring his kids to Blockbuster in Clearwater and just buy the new release movies, not rent them. That sounds so Hogan. That really does. So you met Brooke and his snot-nosed kid.
He just didn't want to return anything.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. He's like,
you didn't answer my question.
What? Who would I want to meet? Famous, dead or alive? Or alive?
Alive. And have the conversation with him.
I don't know. That's a great question. Oh yeah, big yellow H1 Hummer. Doesn't shock me. It doesn't shock me at all. Hogan's a cartoon, and he knew it. He knew he was a cartoon the whole time because it's just the area he came from. Like that's all they were. When your signature move is a leg drop on someone, and that was popular back in the day because people ate it up and the whole, like, yeah, I get it.
It's kind of like The Rock, though. I mean, like he's got just the one signature. I mean, they all just have a signature move.
So The Rock so it's funny how they develop characters nowadays. We can probably get into that whole thing too, but like there was a thing on The Rock the other day. Bruce Willis sitting at a table for conversation was awesome. Shots with Mike Evans. Yeah. Bruce Willis, that's a tough one because he's on a lot of people's Deadpool lists. He's not going to do well. Sometime very soon is going to be his time, unfortunately. Outside of Toto, I met Kurt Russell. Oh, wow. He's short little guy, isn't he? Adam Sandler? That'd have been kind of fun.
I would love to be in the same room with
to ask you who you'd like to meet.
Justin Timberlake and Jimmy Kimmel at the same time.
That could be fun. That could be really fun.
Because I think they would still have like decent conversations, but I just don't think you would ever stop laughing.
Right. Just don't put your hand in the box.
Okay.
All right. I mean, whatever. Stallone. I know Stallone's a short guy. Yeah. Ayo, Clint.
What? Oh, we need to go. Let's do that this weekend.
Watch all the Creeds.
The Creeds.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah. We should. Head full of hair, glorious beard, senior trip and bumped in it. Yeah. It's so funny. Like I do know like a lot of these Hollywood actors, they like, because of the way they portray them in shots and stuff like that, like Fast and the Furious, most people don't realize how short, what's his name is? Man, what is his name? Vin Diesel.
Vin.
Yeah. Vin Diesel's a short little dude. And but they make him look tall because the way they shoot things, the way they prop him up in front of the rock and stuff like that. Watch all the Rambos. I don't think that's Sarah's jam, man. Yeah, good old Vin. Oh man, I would definitely not the one I'm picking to have a conversation with. He seems interesting, but remember the old American Family manager Kearns? He'd had dinner with him. And
with Vin Diesel.
Yeah. So Stallone's under 6 foot. Yeah, I don't think he's super short, but he's definitely one of the shorter ones. Man, you got me thinking. I have no idea today. Like it's such a wild thing to me. Like if you just said like dead or alive, I think one of the most interesting people in the world that was going to have a better career after basketball than he had during basketball, and that's saying something, would have been Kobe Bryant. That dude was freaking sharp. Don't turn your back on family.
That's right.
Yeah. Until you do in your one movie, but you did it for a purpose. Gosh, I don't know. I love me some Robert Downey Jr. because I think it'd be fun to talk to him, but I don't know what I'd be hoping to get from him. Other than like, dude, tell me how you got all drugged out and then found your way back, but which he's told people a million times already.
And so now he looks sick again because of one of his roles.
He's getting older. Well, he's getting older too. He's in his 60s.
Yeah, but
I don't know. Iron Man's gonna have an Iron Walker if he comes back. So I don't know. It is what it is. Which, by the way, Marvel movies.
I know we got
Guardians next week.
We got to get caught up. We do.
Well, I'm just gonna skip straight to Guardians. It's fine. It's fine.
We have an anniversary.
Yeah, we got that coming up. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a better answer for it. Morgan Freeman. Yeah, that's a great one, dude.
I was going to say.
Great call.
I was sitting here and I was like.
Take it easy, Clint. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Have a good one.
See you, Jen.
I was just sitting here and I was like, I wonder if he's going to say at one time.
Yeah, right about now. So like there's like multi-levels to the Morgan Freeman thing for me. Like, yes, I want to meet him for sure. And he's getting into his 90s or getting close to 90, upper 80s, I believe, mid 80s at least. We were at what's the comedian show? He does all the personalities. God, what is his name? By the way, we're 3 drinks down. Caliendo, Frank Caliendo. We were at one of his shows like 10, 11 years ago. It was before we moved. And it was at a casino in Indiana. This time you had to be on the boat. So like definitely the crowd at the casino, and they didn't have sports gambling. So definitely the crowd at the casino was very old and different. Not really different. They were all kind of the same politically and everything. So he started off the show and he was really mixing it up and he was kind of trying to test the audience out. And the only real sports figure that got any sort of reaction was Charles Barkley. Michael, what's up, man? Hey, appreciate you popping by, dude. Sam Jackson, call me. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Gordon Ramsay. Yeah. You donkey. Ty. It's fucking raw. Sorry, anybody just joined. But Frank Caliendo was just feeling out the audience. And the only one that kind of landed for the sports figures was Charles Barkley. And it was so sad. But there was this one lady who you knew was like, she spent all her pennies there. We'll say it that way. Because she's in the front row. And she was just annoying as all get out, thinking she was being interactive with him and whatever. And he got so fed up with her that he laid down on his back and went straight Morgan Freeman voiced. And he was like, I won't be able to do justice, but I'll try. He was like, right about now, Frank was wishing security would come take that lady from the front row. And the crowd just erupted. And it was just like amazing.
Yeah. He like, at first he went behind the curtain and tried to do Morgan.
Yeah.
And then, well, he did Morgan. And then laid on the ground. It was just like, get her, like, come get her. It was
Morgan Freeman, if I couldn't meet him, I'd want him to narrate my life. I think that's the best thing. Oh, wow. What's new, Michael? What are you drinking on, man? We just leave this up the whole show. We haven't even asked anybody in a while. We just finished Ancient Age 10 Star, some Starlight Pick, and a 4-gate. And we did the 3 drinks down thing, so.
And apparently let some people hear some music.
Yeah, I guess so. Ray Lewis. Oh. Dude, you're not wrong about that. Like, they both, well, despite Ray's off-field stuff, just dominant. And I get why you want to meet Palamalu, totally get it.
Joey B.
Burrow, he hasn't lived enough life yet. You know what? That would be kind of cool to meet him now and then meet him 20 years from now and see like where he's at differently. I guess that could be kind of cool. No, I'd probably want to talk to someone that's got some stuff they've been through.
I mean, he's been through some stuff. He's young.
I haven't been through that much.
You don't know that.
You're right. I don't know that. He was an attractive young man in college, but I don't want to hear about those stories. So, yeah, Nick brought that up earlier. Our buddy Nick in Ohio, that's a Buckeye fan. So, having some dinner with a Coke, but afterwards going to pour some Red Best 12. Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. That's good stuff. We need to get into some more Irish and Scotch and other things too. Hey, stay awake over here. Because that's a good segue.
Because
another one of the videos will come out very soon. Maybe not this week, but she committed me to the other one this week. Is one of the top 10 Irish pubs in the United States. And it also happens to be in Dayton, Ohio. So I put out the place called Century Bar, and I've got some more B-roll and stuff. I'm going to put together a video for that. Tell you guys all about that. Amazing feather in the cap in Dayton, Ohio to have 2 bars in their genres that are considered top 15, 20 in the United States. You wouldn't think it, that's for sure. Don't get me wrong, that's not totally dogging Dayton, but if you know Dayton, it's not a big city. Conversation with Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch would be pretty cool. Like I always go back to that clip that they clipped off Matt McAfee. It's about time to stop here, man. Pat McAfee show where he's talking about how he owns the restaurant and the homeless guy, and he has no filter. So Marshawn Lynch says, I walked out one day and there was shit in front of my door. It was human shit. And so he's like, I went and got a shovel and I shoveled it away and sprayed it down. And I just kept asking people in the neighborhood, who did this? And they said, so-and-so did it. And so he went on to basically say, like, he found out who it was and he talked to the guy, and the guy was homeless. And he's like, I tell you what, I'll let you have a meal on me if you just don't shit in front of my door. And now the guy works for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So let's see. There's Glenn. There's father-in-law. There's dad.
And there's my dad.
Yeah. I like to talk with Larry Bird or Jeff Gordon. Those are both be interesting ones to talk to too.
I think Larry Bird, Jeff is, I don't know. I still think Jeff has always had that cockiness to him.
You don't think Larry Bird's cocky?
No.
Larry Bird is far more cocky than Jeff Gordon.
Really?
Guaranteed. Larry Bird was known at that era, which had a lot of great trash talkers, as one of the best trash talkers. He could back it up most of the time until his back started hurting. So Irish was gateway. Tullamore Dew. I got my Tullamore Dew over there. I still enjoy it every now and then. Yeah, I remember you saying that. Scotch is such a weird animal. I want to get into it more, but then it's hard time because you got to, I have to bite into my bourbon budget to buy Scotch. So, but I think I'm doing okay on bourbon now. I might have to make some transitions here and get some other things in, because I mean, one of the things I had at Dublin Pub was, oh gosh, I forgot, but it was delicious. It was a 16-year, and I don't remember. I'm going to try to stretch here. Maybe you can try and help me while I'm talking and looking for it.
I don't know what you wanted me to talk about.
Thanks.
Dayton is the birthplace of aviation, besides the top bourbon bar and Irish pub.
There you go. You got it. Nice stretch. Let's see. What was it? It was an Abelard 16, and just a great pour. And it was $12.90. I'm like, okay, I can really get into this Irish stuff if it's going to be that cheap. I can't
stop yawning now.
I've got 2 Stotches. I'll give you samples of that are good entry level. Yeah. So Dave Cameron sent me some Wee Beastie, and I forget what else he sent me. So, but I'd love to try them. Absolutely. I don't mind a little bit of peat. I can tell you that right now. I already know that, but that's not surprising. I mean, doing the craft beer thing for so long, especially if you like these big, real pungent, double, triple IPAs, the peat isn't going to scare you too much. What I haven't got a taste for is like these things that taste like a campfire. So maybe someday, but just not for me right now. So Glenlivet White Oak Reserve and Sassenach. I think Sassenach. Sasquatch. Great flavors. Light on peat. More dessert style. I like it. Love me some good stouts. I do too, Ty. I mean, here's the problem though. Like, I can't even buy any now because I just want 5 ounces. I don't want any more than that. Like, that's perfect for me. So I love Macallan 12. I will tell you that right now. I have had that and do have that, and I love Macallan 12. I'm a little shy, not because of price point necessarily. I'm a little shy to walk up the years on those because those just hit me so right, and I don't need any more oakiness. So whatever guidance you guys think on that.
The airports always have them.
Yeah, they always do. Oh, so another pro tip in Louisville, by the way. This is Cincinnati. No, it is Louisville. Louisville's airport, right after you go through security, and then kind of go out where it Y's off to the different fingers of the terminal. Look upstairs. There's a little bar, and they have pretty daggone good pours. Not at full airport prices. I won't sit here and tell you they're like regular bar prices, but they had a pretty good selection. So I think it's called like the library or something. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah,
I want to say the Loft.
It goes something like that, but it's where everything Y's off to go out to the other terminals. And you just look up. There's steps you can. It's above Starbucks.
Go above. Take the elevator.
So that's on your way home, obviously, which is kind of a sad thing. So it was Glimmer Angie, a tale of cake. Well, I like cake. The cake is a lie, though. I have I can't see it over here. It's too dark. I have a nectar de orange, whatever it is. That's a terrible pronunciation. I've heard Octomore is where I need to try. Try some Octomore to kind of get into some of that real deeper flavor. So we will eventually get there. I promise you. So someday, not Sunday, someday. Yeah. Tasted like I licked a burnt log that was put on the night before. See, that's kind of where I don't want to go, but I'm willing to try it once. I'm kind of a big dumb animal. It is hardcore for a smoke. It really is. But all right. Well, we told the good folks enough good stories.
I think we've
Ty, I appreciate you coming, man.
I think
good to talk to you. Michael, you too.
Circled from football to wrestling to Louisville.
We hit the draft. We hit Louisville. We hit wrestling.
Whiskey.
Whiskey a little bit, yeah. Yeah, that kind of does ruin your palate really easily when you taste something like that. It's just all over it. So, yeah, man, we'll have to get together whenever we can. We'll figure it out, and we'll do one of these live. So, yep, so many subjects, so good. Hey, you guys have a great weekend. We're going to, and you'll see more content. We'll be back next Friday for sure, because next Friday, if I'm not mistaken, is not Cinco de Mayo. It's Cinco de Myers. So everybody have a great night. Have a great weekend, and cheers. See you guys.